Welcome, Transformer fans. My name is Composite Enerjoe, and from the time frame of this video, the Bumblebee movie will be coming out in the next like 2 or 3 weeks, I believe. So to commemorate that, I've decided to review one of the Bumblebee movie figures, and here it is. So this will be my review of the Transformers, I guess Bumblebee the movie, or Transformers Bumblebee movie. The deluxe class Bumblebee. Well, more specifically, they're the Bumblebee movie figures. Still weird saying that. Had sort of gone in a different direction and have made them really simple. So these figures have been made a lot simpler and a lot more kid friendly. That the transformations are simple and kind of like the Cyberverse. They have a gimmick that is integrated with most of the figures. However, one big difference that I like how this is done is that the prices of these figures are actually cheaper. They are cheaper than the regular Cyberverse figures for around the same sizes. The transformations on these things are actually even simpler. However, they have quite a bit of detail. So here is Bumblebee in his VW, his Volkswagen Beetle alt mode, and there's a tiny Volkswagen symbol on it, which is really neat, and it looks really nice. It's got quite a few details. I mean, it could always use some more, paint apps and whatnot, but it's not bad. Outside of this little piece here, which does serve a purpose, which goes into the gimmick of these figures. There is a port here, but I honestly have no idea what that's for. Maybe if you have like a weapon or something, you can like put it on there, I guess. But here's the thing. So how the Bumblebee movie figures sort of classify classify the Transformers is their deluxe class figures are called Power Series. That's just how they're called, and this thing is about deluxe class size. However, this particular Bumblebee is called Power Plus. So when you go to the store and you look at the box, it'll say, Bumblebee Power Plus. The Plus is this thing, which is called an Energon Igniter, and this is referred to as the core. If you look at it, it has quite a bit of details here. Even if you look carefully, it has like molded in crystallization, or like, it looks like crystals. That could be Energon. And what this is when you push this down, it spins this. So it's kind of like never noticed that before. It's a little warning. This is not to get your hair caught in this. Cool. But yeah, this is basically like a little engine or motor that's referred to as an Energon Igniter core. And these work with the Power Series figures. So this is called Power Plus because it comes with one of the cores. And as far as I know, this is the only way you can get one of these cores is by getting this or getting one of the bigger figures in the Nitro series. So, and how this works, and this is actually a really cool feature that works with both the Power series, the bigger Nitro series, and the smaller Speed series. And if I get around to reviewing those, I'll explain more about what those are. What you do here is that what this does is that it basically gives the car the alt mode an engine that allows it to move. It's a really cool thing. So how you sort of put this in here is like this. Put your thumb here in these two spots, push it down, and you will pop up this back part. It's more or less the same with all the figures, especially in the power class size. And what this does is that it pushes up this flaps and opens this compartment, this slot for this. And also doing so sort of reveals these weapons or these turbines for Bumblebee here, and it's different for like each one. So what this does is that you put it in here, like so. Put this in here like so. Come on. Gotta sort of finagle a little bit. There we go. You put it in there all the way, or at least until this piece is touching the floor. It's touching whatever, like it's touching lower than the regular tires. And what this does is, show you, push this down, and it causes it to move. And this is compatible with all of the Power, Nitro, and Speed series figures. Again, it's just how they call the their Voyager, their Deluxe, and their Legion class sizes. So yeah, and then you just pop this off. Unfortunately, this little gimmick only works for their alt modes, but it's a really neat gimmick, so I'm just gonna put this off to the side. This serves no purpose in their robot modes. Which, let's get on to that. Now, because it's dedicated to that, the transformation is really simple. Like I said, it's easier than Cyberverse figures, in my opinion. What you do is that you flip these out. You got the feeties. Down, down. For Bumblebee here, you can pop these open just to make it a little easier. Then you can pull out the arms. Pop out and out. Fold these back down. And then you lift this up and fold down, and then put that back up and put that back up, and then you lift this up a bit to separate the legs. And there we go. That is his robot mode. As you can see, it's super simple and has very little articulation. Like, the only articulation it really has is the two ball joints on his arms. And if you squint, his legs can kind of go in and out, but that's more for transformation. And honestly, I think it's okay. Like I said before, well, it's got a nice bits of details. Check out the head sculpt. Nicely detailed, could use more paint apps. But it's nicely detailed. The right arm is molded into his new, I think, Stinger cannon, which is cool. Nice little details. This arm, this hand is detailed. Just got detailed. It's a nicely detailed figure for both the price point and the simplicity. It's not bad. Not to mention that this is the main focus of this line, which I like it. The whole giving the alt mode an ability to just drive on its own, that's a neat idea. And yeah, like I said, that's it. It's really simple. However, I like how this is done because the gimmick is kind of interesting. It's pretty cool. I like it. And I like the amount of detail the amount of detail and sort of mold work that's on it is pretty impressive. Not to mention that it is cheaper than your average Deluxe. It's actually, I think, the same price as a Legend class, which is neat. You get a little Deluxe class figure for the price of a Legend class, which is not bad. So I do like that they lowered the price and made it simpler to sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Compensate for the fact that the figure is simpler and just has a much more heavier emphasis of having the Energon core, those igniter cores. And yeah, nothing much to really say. I like it. It's a neat figure. I like that they did take into consideration that this is a very simple figure, so they lowered the price. I really do like that. That is what sort of attracted me to this. And it's a neat little figure. I can see, like younger Transformer fans really liking this for its detail and simplicity, and also this gimmick can get really fun. I've caught myself sort of doing this with my other figures, and it's really cool. It, however, doesn't really work on its own. It can't stand, but still really neat. Now for a size comparison, we have Ratchet with his quarter. Oh, whoops. Deluxe Ratchet with his quarter. And as you can see, this Bumblebee is smaller than a standard Deluxe class. But still, like I said, they lowered the price for this thing, so it doesn't hurt that much. Certainly better than getting a Legend class for about this big. The price of this is the same price as like a regular, like this big. Maybe this big. But like, yeah, this is a size comparison. So he is smaller than a standard Deluxe. But it's not half bad in my opinion. It could have been much worse. So yeah, and nothing more to really say. It's a neat figure, neat gimmick, and it's a lot more fun than you would expect. So yeah. So this has been my review of the Transformers, the Bumblebee movie, Deluxe class, and let me go Power class, Power Plus class. Bumblebee in his Volkswagen Beetle mode, because I think there's one where he's in his Camaro mode too, but in his Beetle mode, and it's fine for what it is. It's pretty good. So yeah, this is Composite Enerjoe signing off. Peace out.